Odd House I Didn't Build was the first video of this ILG, uploaded by YouTube channel called Static 3D. He claims that he found a house that he didn't build. Sounds strange, right? But he decides to explore more about this house. There is a cat. Half door. That's weird. Yeah, it's odd when you see a half door, which doesn't exist in the original version of Minecraft. But you have to realize this Minecraft is not the original version. It's Vanilla Space. What version is it? I don't know. But we have to keep watching because what's happened next gets even weirder than before. The furnaces. It's lit without any fuel or something cooked in it. Why can't that happen in normal Minecraft? I mean, you must place fuel to lit furnace. But this have no fuel in it or something else. In fact, Static realizes it. After he explores the house and also steals from chests, he goes outside and decides to explore the area around it until he finds a blocked staircase. I don't like that. So much coal. Yeah, that's not normal. Way too much coal. And it ends at an iron door. No buttons, no redstone to open it. But then when he turns around, he finds another door, unlocked. But he seems hesitant to go into it. After gather his courage, he enters it. And then he dies. The video ends. The second video, where things get even weirder. He spawns in a strange place, not his house, neither his first spawn, just a strange place. I have no idea what to say. What's happening? First the house, and now this? I don't trust speaking in chat. Because if I found the house, I guess there could be others here. And I don't know if they're friendly or something. Maybe I'm just a bit paranoid. After he walks around, he finds a book titled I Never Want to See What Could Be. I have never wandered so far from the spawn. Why did I do that? I don't want to. I never want to see what could be. But Static can't read it because it's too distorted to him. And when he looks around and begins to left the chest, he finds someone. Scarlet. As he said before, there must be others here, and it's true. At first, Scarlet seems scared, but after Static convinces her, she becomes a little more confident. Look, I think we are a bit confused here. I think it will be beneficial to us if we work together in this.
I I guess
I don't know what you've been through or how you got here, but you seem to be the only ones. Unless you've seen others.
other I don't recall.
Oh, how long have you been down here? Or wherever it is?
I don't know. Months, years.
God damn. A normal conversation between them. And Static tells his experience during this time. And once again, you can see the furnace lights without any fuel as the part 1. That means there is something wrong with this world. Afterwards, they get outside and we can see a book dropped. It's the same book where Static left it in the chest. And if you notice, Scarlet appears to be carrying the same book we saw earlier in the chest. Then she drops it in front of Static. I'm not sure why she does that, so let's keep watching because at the last minute of the video, they jump in. Third video, it goes scarier. Start from Static trapped in a maze, and he lost Scarlet. And yet, he doesn't want to talk in chat. He tries to find Scarlet in his own way. As you can hear, there is double footsteps, and when he stops, The sound of footsteps still be heard for a few seconds. What was that? But it's not the end, because if you look at the description, you will see this, which make it different from other videos that have a normal description, nothing weird about it. But now, random numbers fill the description, but it's not random at all, because if you decrypt it, it will show this. What was that thing? I didn't get a good look at it. I'm scared, very scared. That's interesting to say the least. Is the chest from house that I found. The building is gone. The only left is just the front of the building. He can't go inside again. So instead of that, he decided to keep moving forward. until he finds Scarlet. Scarlet? I thought I lose you. Oh,
Let's just go.
right. So, where were you here the entire time?
I ended up in this housing after champion. This you.
Same. I thought I lost you in there. It was so strange.
Same here.
But, you didn't happen to be attacked, did you?
No. Why?
Static tells his experience while he is inside that house. Then they continue to move. And they find another house. Get in and hide inside. Hiding from something out there. And also exploring more of this house. Until a book? Just a bunch of random characters. But wait, it's not only a bunch of random characters, because if you decrypt it, it will be a poem. Every breath I take, every cell that clings to this wretched vessel, is tinged with my despair. If every drop of tainted blood within my veins were gathered and weighed, it would not measure even a fraction of the pure hatred that consumes me. I don't really understand about that, so let's continue the video. Here when Static wanna break the carpet, but something unexpected happens. A secret room with a tunnel. Seems like Static doesn't want to go. He is afraid. But when he goes up and open another door, it blocked. Make it the only one way to keep going. Whether you want to or not, you must go through that way. Next video, things get even weirder. And you can also feel it if you keep watching this. The first thing that Static notices is the chat. Yeah, chat clear. and Scarlet goes aggressive with that. It's not the first time she like this. At the previous video, you can see she act like this too, but Static said it's just a call. She become more aggressive and emotional. And not only that, when they decided to walk in the tunnel, after several minutes they walked together, Static stopped and opened up the chat. So, how uh, how you going? You kinda were a bit aggressive before. Seems like he also realizes she was more aggressive a bit, but no answer. Static realizes it quickly. Scarlet's gone. Scarlet, you hear me? Scarlet, that's not good. Scarlet, Scarlet. Oh, thank God. Where were you?
A place.
Right. Let's continue on. I guess. So, how you going?
Good.
You were a bit aggressive before.
Sorry.
As I said, I don't blame you for the stress. It's all be too much for me too. But we can make it through this. You good?
Yes.
And yeah, our protagonist also notices that, but seems like he doesn't care about it. If you don't get it, what makes he weirder than before? It's her typing. Every time she types, always start with a capital letter. But now, she doesn't do that. Makes him more suspicious than before. If you rewind to this minute for a few milliseconds, you can see the same screenshot. It tells about static script. bought the PC from the yacht sale, and he claims that he found the installation of Minecraft without version, vanilla space. That's what we saw before. But not only that, the first screenshot, you can see random characters on the top, which is if you decrypt it, it leads us to a link, and it shows us this. And if you look at the left bottom, you can see another one that leads us to a YouTube video. Static doesn't trust her anymore for sure. He can sense it and almost feels unsafe. And we know that it's not Scarlet, it means something else. A mimic perhaps. But he seems still doesn't know what to do. And not too long, we find something interesting. The first sign at the top say this. I'm tired of this cycle, this pattern. Another sign is also lead us to a YouTube video, but we will come back to that later, because what's gonna happen will be more interesting. Static just notices something. It's her call. At the many previous video, she held a piece of coal, a piece, not a block, which make it different from what we recognize.
Someone been here.
Scarlett said that because if the door is open, but there is another one to make her opinion stronger. The cobblestone and Static notices it too. Someone been here, but who or what? Once again, she acts weird, and Static realizes it. So, got any pets? Wait, what? Isn't the girl her friends? Why does Scarlet answer this? Static asks one more, and once again, Scarlet gives a different answer. That is so different from what we got at the second video. So, it might be a fake Scarlet. But if this is not Scarlet, then where is the real one? Instead of run from her, Static chooses to act normally. He worries that he will kill him if he acts like knows the truth. Except he has a way to escape from it. Wait, isn't that odd? She breaks block that fast. And Static also tells us that Scarlet won't give up her call. And for once again, it proves that it's not Scarlet. How does she know that? Lies. It's a trap. I can feel it. I can feel it in my gut. This isn't right. Another book from Chess. Seems our protagonist finds the way out. He asks her to check across, look for an outblock. And then he starts to break the bridge. And yeah, he blocks the door and starts to mock it. Eat that shit and die, you fake! His mission was complete, or so I thought. I hate it here. God Fucking damn it! Why? Yes. Where is Scarlett? I'm scared, angry, confused, and worried for her. Did that thing kill her? Will her scared or something? Or worse? I just I don't wanna sit put for too long. It could crawl its way out at me, whatever it is. And now it's time to see what we got from this sign. Static spawns at a strange place, or something like hallway again, with some with room I can say. I would say I had it here, or something along the lines of that. But at this point, I just couldn't care anymore. I've been here so many times, suffered so much. What's even the point? I wanna find Scarlet, even if she is still alive. But at the rate I'm going, I might just go insane before getting anywhere near her. After saying that, he finds a hallway that led him to this, and there is a book placed on a table. The walls spread, the walls see, the walls hear. It's all alive. I can feel it watching me. I can feel listening to every move I make and every word I say. I hate it here. Why can't I just go beg? Please, please, I beg. After he reads the book, he goes to another hallway, ended up in the massive library now. And then he opens up the chat and says, "So the sign wasn't kidding about library part." What? I didn't see any sign that tell about this until I brought up at the end of the previous video, and we can see there is a sign above the doors. And it says library with separate part. And the other thing I don't notice, but he notices, is the bridge. It's right up there if you can see it. And with that, Static climbs up using ladder and finds a chest with a single book. I give up. Fighting is worthless. I have barely clung on to life the entire time I've been here. Barely escaped from those things. Something about them puts me off. I look them in their eyes, and you want to know what I saw? Fear, isolation, starvation. I didn't look into the eyes of a killer. I didn't look into the eyes of a beast. I looked into the eyes of a scared, lost soul. Despite my suffering, I can't help but admire the odd beauty in it all. The infinite books, the ever-expanding fields, and the ocean as far as I can see is all so surreal, so dreamlike. And the thing I want to do was play a damn old game, relive my childhood memories. But now I'm here, forever stuck within new space confines. I can feel its pain, its suffering, and now I know it all too well. I can't help but agree. I've never been killed. How many times? But still, it seems so surreal. I've never seen any environments like this before. As the book said, it's so dreamlike. That's off-putting. Will I end up like the person in the book? Alone, afraid, will I give up to? Best not to think about it. I just wanna leave. Find Scarlet and just leave. I can't leave her behind. If there even is an exit. What we got here is Static wants to leave, but he can't. Cause he doesn't want to leave Scarlet. So he decides to find Scarlet first. Explore its part. What? He didn't type this. It's clearly the mimic. And seems Scarlet has the same experience like Static before. So Static decides to save her from it before things get worse. Scarlet?
Static!
Scarlet? Oh my god,
What?
I thought I lost you. Jesus. Are you
You
okay?
just ran that way.
Look, that wasn't me. I had a similar experience with fake Scarlet.
What do you mean? I don't get it.
They weren't very good at hiding it, I must say, but did you really not notice that was me? Way different typing.
Huh? Typing?
Never mind. But, whatever scared it away. You don't wanna stick around to find out what it was. Cause, the last time we did, we almost died. Something chasing them. And they forced to jump to the hole. And now, here they are. The water tunnel. Even there is a pool. And they having a normal conversation. Like, it's the end of this story. No more strange things happen to them. Until the end of the video. But it's not the end, because if you rewind to this minute, we can see this text appear, and if you decrypt it, it shows this. Looking back to the book that tells us something important about this orgy, it claims that the walls are alive. They can breathe, hear, and see. And if that's true, then those secret videos might not be from Static's POV. It actually from the walls. And looking back to the previous videos where we hear those horrifying sounds, and where Static encounters the fake Scarlet, it's possible that the walls were responsible for all of it. The mimic was merely an imitation of them. The walls wanted to become alive like human beings. However, they can only observe and hear the world around them forever. And on top of that, they are one have no body, suffer as hell. Maybe that's why the walls traps players like Scarlet. We know this because he said that she had been trapped there for months, or even years. And they didn't just trap the characters in the game, they also trapped the consciousness of the players. That could explain why Scarlet couldn't tell the difference between reality and the game. And every time Static and Scarlet tried to escape, it was preventing them from reaching their goal. And as they could no longer bear being alone, they suffered. And they began to hate. They hate us. They hate themselves. They hate everything. Suffering turns them into pure hatred. And they wish we understand the pain that they've been holding on to all this time. But no, we didn't understand.